The night was cold, cruel, and wind-bitten, one of those that made even the stars seem to shiver. Ethan had just finished tucking his daughter, Lily, into bed when a faint knock echoed from the front door. Out here, on the outskirts of the colony, visitors didn't come by accident. He paused, one hand still on the flickering light switch. Another knock, softer this time, almost hesitant. Ethan grabbed his worn jacket and opened the door. An elderly alien stood before him, cloaked in silver-gray fabric that shimmered faintly under the porch light. Her skin, a pale lavender, was creased and weathered like the bark of an ancient tree. Her eyes, large, black, and filled with exhaustion, met his with quiet dignity. I seek shelter," she said, her accent curling strangely around each word. "Just for one night. Please." Ethan looked past her. The storm was gathering, sheets of dust sweeping through the barren plain. He sighed. "You picked the wrong part of town, ma'am. There's not much here but a half-broken heater and stale coffee." "That will do," she replied simply. Something in her voice, gentle yet commanding, made him step aside. "Come in." The old alien shuffled in, holding a carved walking staff that hummed faintly when it touched the floor. Ethan caught Lily peeking from her room, her little human eyes wide with curiosity. "It's okay, sweetheart," he said softly. "She's just passing through." Lily nodded, but didn't move. "She's pretty," she whispered. The alien's lips curved faintly. "Thank you, little one. You are, too." Ethan set her by the fire, poured her some hot water, and handed her a blanket. "So, what brings you to my doorstep, out here in the middle of nowhere?" "I was traveling to the outer fields," she said. "My transport broke down. The night is long, the cold is unkind to old bones." Ethan nodded. "You can stay the night. I'll fix up the couch." "Your kindness is rare human," she murmured. "I will remember it." By morning, the storm had worsened. The sky was bruised and heavy, wind screaming through the cracks of the old house. "You might want to stay another day," Ethan told her as he poured cereal for Lily. "That storm's not letting anyone leave soon." The alien, sitting quietly with her staff across her lap, closed her eyes. "Perhaps fate intends it so." Lily giggled. "What's your name, lady?" The alien opened her eyes again. "They once called me Shira of the Seventh Wind." Lily blinked. "That's a long name." "It used to mean something," Shira said softly. Ethan smiled faintly. "Well, Miss Shira, welcome to our humble wreck." For the next few hours, Shira barely spoke. She sat near the window, gazing at the storm, sometimes humming a melody so haunting it made the lights flicker. Lily drew pictures and occasionally brought them to her. Shira always smiled and touched the drawings with her long fingers, leaving faint shimmering trails of energy that made the paper glow softly. "She likes you," Ethan said later, as Lily napped on the couch. "She has light in her," Shira replied. "But you carry too much darkness for one so young." Ethan froze. "Excuse me." "I see it," she continued. "Loss, fear, the guilt of surviving something that took another." He swallowed hard. "You don't know me." "I don't need to. Your soul speaks louder than words." Ethan turned away, pretending to busy himself with the heater, but her words clung to him like frost. That night, he dreamed, he was back in the wreckage. His wife's shuttle torn apart by fire, the rain hissing against molten metal. He heard her scream, saw her hand reaching out before the explosion swallowed everything. He woke in a cold sweat, heart hammering. Across the room, Shira was standing by Lily's bed, her staff glowing faintly. "What are you doing?" Ethan hissed. She turned to him, calm. "She is troubled by a shadow in her dreams. I'm soothing her mind." He stepped closer. "Stay away from her." Shira's expression remained soft. "Your fear blinds you. I mean no harm." "Then what do you want from us?" She hesitated. "A place to rest, and to give something back." The next morning, Ethan found Lily outside, laughing in the melting snow. The storm had passed overnight, but the land around them looked changed. The once dry ground shimmered faintly, green shoots sprouting through frost. "Daddy, look," Lily pointed. The garden's alive again. Ethan frowned. That's not possible. Shira stood nearby, her staff planted in the earth. Life answers when one calls sincerely, she said. Ethan crossed his arms. What are you doing to my land? Restoring balance, she said simply. It was dying, as were you. He glared at her. You think waving a stick around fixes things? She met his gaze. It's not the staff, Ethan. It's belief. Yours has been gone for too long. He fell silent. Over the next few days, Shira stayed as the storm cycles came and went. She taught Lily small lessons, how to calm herself when afraid, how to listen to the hum of living things. Ethan, though wary, began to notice things. The heater stopped sputtering. The cracks in the wall seemed to close on their own. Even the air felt warmer somehow. One evening, he caught Shira staring into the dying fire. You've been kind, she said quietly, but I must leave tomorrow. Lily's face fell. No, stay with us. Shira smiled sadly. My path is not done. There are still places where the wind does not reach. Ethan hesitated, then asked, Before you go, who are you really? Her gaze lifted to him. Once, I was a keeper of the old ways. Before your kind came, I tended the energy of this world. When the wars began, I hid, and I watched as it faded. Ethan nodded slowly. So you're some kind of priestess? Perhaps. Or perhaps just an old woman who remembers what others forgot. She leaned forward and placed her hand over his heart. A faint warmth spread through him, gentle, forgiving. You've carried grief like a wound that never closed. Let it heal. He tried to speak, but no words came. His throat burned with unshed tears. Tell your daughter her mother watches still, Shira whispered. Through light, through wind, through every gentle thing. And then she was gone. By the time Ethan stepped outside, dawn had broken. Shira's footprints led down the road, fading into mist. Where her staff had touched the ground, a single flower had bloomed, its petals glowing faintly in the morning sun. Lily came up beside him, clutching his hand. Daddy, do you think she'll come back? He looked at the flower, at the healed land around them. I think she already did what she came for. Lily smiled, her eyes bright. She fixed the world. Ethan bent down, brushing a tear from his cheek. Yeah, sweetheart. Maybe she fixed us too. The wind carried a soft whisper, like a voice both ancient and kind. Asterisk, remember, human. Kindness calls back the light. Asterisk. And as the morning warmed their small home, Ethan finally let himself believe.